And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcasting Network, here for the final game of the season here for the women's Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. My name is Nicholas Johnson, ready to rock and roll here for exactly that, for some women's basketball here in the Keating Sports Center as tip-off is set, ready to roll. Scarlet Hawks are facing the Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders. And the early tip is successful for the Milwaukee School of Engineering of Raiders, but an out-of-bounds early stoppage right here due to the clock. We'll start off with a sideline out of bounds as soon as we get the whole clock situation settled in. As we do that, Illinois Tech is coming off a win after 7 straight losses before that last win on Valentine's Day. Nice day to do that. Illinois Tech is 5-18 right now, again after that win against El Verno last time, 59-57, where you saw Julia Bucci got her went ahead and had 20 points in that one. She's averaging 15.1 per game so far. Still trying to get this clock settled here in the Keating Sports Center. Earlier, just as you saw in this broadcast, we saw exactly that. Julia Bucci, who I was mentioning, scored her career 1,000th point on a three-pointer, and she was given a game ball. And with that, looks like we're all set, ready to roll here for some action. Clock and all technical issues all set aside. We got the Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders in red, and our Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks in the white as a turnover proceeds in favor of Illinois Tech. That is Julia Bucci right now, working it up top, passing around at the top of the key around the three-point line. Number 2, Camden Joko over to Julia Bucci. Bucci up on the layup with the left hand, no good. Offensive rebound by Grace Goodenough, but not good enough right there for the board for the 2 points. Still scoreless right now in the first minute of the first quarter. That right there is Helena Hill. She's trying to inbound it now, 23. Rakaya Williams. That was number 4, Miami Choksi. Up there, no good. Offensive board again by Choksi, and that's up and good for the first 2 points here on the day. Milwaukee, the Engineering Raiders are 17-7. And they have 3 straight wins coming into this one. 71-44 in their last win against the Marian University. Bucci now over to CeeLo up top, making a move, going into the lane, up but no good for the layup attempt. Rebound for Nicole Levine. She brings it on up, taking it all the way coast to coast, up, no good for the layup, and it's gonna be a rebound for Grace Goodenough. Goodenough to Joko. Joko now to Bucci. Working it on up around the three-point line. A pick from Goodenough, but not taken. Swing on over Bucci on the left side for 3, and it's going to be good. Julia Bucci with the first 3 points here for the Scarlet Hawks on the day. So quickly 3-2 with 7:45, and Bucci with the steal, throwing it on up there. Takea Jones. Nothing having it on there, but still possession. Until then, it was stolen there by Nicole Levine. Nicole Levine, excuse me, on the mispronunciation. Down low now to Danny Mendez. Mendez getting it chalked around. Jumper right around the elbow, no good. Taking it on up for the Scarlet Hawks now. Julia Bucci getting everything settled. Nice good ball movement so far for the Scarlet Hawks. CeeLo, no one near her for 3, but that's no good. Bringing it on and up is Helena Hill. Again, she came off a 22-12 game last time, and that win for the Engineering Raiders. stoppage right now. So we got a blocking foul right there. Get some quick substitutions right here for the Illinois Tech. Barrett Roosing coming on in now. And Rael Sandifer coming on in as well. So under the basket now in favor of the Raiders. Inbound to Williams. Williams finds Chalkshy, and Chalkshy's good right there. Good right around the baseline for 2. Raiders back up now by 1. Bucci bringing it on in, but blocked with a left-handed layup attempt. Looked like Nicole Levine was gimping on something, but looks like she's okay. Nah, she might have turned her ankle really quick. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Nicole Levine on the other end, not feeling too hot right there on there, but looks like she's gonna power through it. Underneath the basket now for the Raiders. No, not gonna be good enough. Sorry about that. Levine gonna be taking a bench right there. So Helena Hill will check back in. Swinging around the three-point line are the Raiders. But it gets stolen, knocked away in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. Hawks now up to Bucci. Bucci gets a pick from Goodenough, back down to Goodenough. Right around the free throw line. Back up to Sandifer. That's a corner 3, but no good by the Hawks. Ill-advised pass by Chalkshy, trying to find Hill. So it'll be out of bounds in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. With 5:37 still in this first quarter. It's still 4-3 right now. Trying to find the shooting on both sides right now for these teams. As there is Abigail Marino. Looks like she just checked in for the Hawks. Bucci once more. Taking a left-hander, no good. Gets her own rebound, back up, no good once again. Be out of bounds, but still going to stay in favor of the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. So we're going to get a quick 30-second timeout here. We're going to stick with it right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcasting Network. Like we made mention there at the top of it, Julia Bucci went ahead and received a game ball, a nice commemorative ball for her 1,000th career point after shooting and making a three-pointer not too long ago, and as well as a practice player from the baseball squad, Sam Sproul, for doing his camera work, sticking around with the team. So shout out to both on this morning. So solid day so far for those two. And a day to remember, again, on the last game of the season for the Scarlet Hawks. Inbounding it underneath is Joko. To Moreno at the top. Trying to find some space, finds Bucci. Right around the left side. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to find something as Abigail gets it stolen and knocked away. Somewhat for now stops the fast break, but not enough right there as Helena Hill is going to get good for 2 there. Trying to reset now in this possession. Maybe an ill-advised sounder, but that's okay. All set, ready to roll right here. Illinois Tech has it. It's Camden Joko over to Julia Bucci. Again, some solid ball movement up until that. Not able to get the pass right there. Bounces off the hands, and that will be Raiders ball. So 6-3 with 4:40 left to go. As Chalkshy is able to get over the half-court mark. Williams trying to direct traffic, trying to maybe engineer some points right here. And an ill-advised pass once more. So some miscues, very much so, on the Raiders side of things with some ill-advised, unforced turnovers. So hopefully the Scarlet Hawks, just trailing by 3 with 4:20, hopefully they can capitalize on those. Bucci driving it on in on the right side now, and that's going to be good. Julia's got all 5 points right now here in the first quarter so far for the Scarlet Hawks. Hill now for the Raiders. Trying to find it down low to Williams. Williams dives on top of it, finds Chalkshy in the corner. No good, hits off the side or the back end of the rim. Offensive board for the Raiders. Down low, no good on the rebound, no good on the 2 points. And the Scarlet Hawks will take advantage. Taking up the court. Maybe we can get something going, some fast-paced action right there. Once again, swinging around very, very solidly so far for the Scarlet Hawks. No good there by CeeLo. Offensive board as Helena Hill couldn't capture the rebound. Gonna go ahead and get everything reset. Moreno. Now to CeeLo. Gets its turnover now for the Scarlet Hawks. 3-on-1. Good job denying the fast break points, but we're going to go ahead and hit the free throw line for Helena Hill. Helena Hill now at the line. Going to be attempting 2 free throws. Again, she came off a solid 22 and 12-point game her last time out against Mariana University. She was 6 for 6 from 3-point land, so maybe something the Hawks are going to have to keep their eye out on. This might be the sharpshooter in favor of the Raiders right here. Up and good on the first free throw attempt. Draws the Raiders up by 2 now with 3:06 left to go here in the first quarter. Second attempt is up and good. So we're going to get some quick substitutions right here for the Raiders. 8-5 right now. 8-5 right now. A 3:03 left to go in the first quarter. Joko bringing it on up for the Hawks, swinging it on over once again. Silo down low to Goodenough. Goodenough right around the elbow. Down low, up and under the basket is Barrett Roosing. Nice little move right there. That's some tough D there for Joko trying to get, for Choksey trying to get across, but Joko all over her right now. Forcing a turnover in favor of the Illinois Tech Hawks. That was all Joko right there. Choksey just couldn't find anybody to capitalize on there. So there you go. Fantastic defense by the Scarlet Hawks. Silo now, backdoor pass. Fantastic find for Kaya Jones. Cannot get the job done, but will find herself at the line for 2. Again, a fantastic find by Ali Silo. Excuse me, like eyes in the back of her head on that one. A nice little highlight. But good there right now to tie up the ball game. Can go ahead and go up by 1 if Kaya is able to hit both of the free throws. So Kaya Jones, number 1. Not able to do so, but still tied up 8 apiece right now with 2:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Choksey now and Joko. This might be fun all day to watch this defensive battle. Up for 3 and no good, but another offensive board by the Raiders. Choksey again directing traffic, engineering some traffic. A free throw jumper, no good. Scarlet Hawks on the rebound. Roosing bringing it on up. Finds Goodenough down low. Goodenough with a nice little move back to the basket, but not good enough for the 2 points. Choksey now. Again across court. Fantastic defense once more by Joko. Sticking with her as much as she can. She gets free. No good on the layup attempt. 5-on-4 advantage. Now back to 5-on-5. Number 22, that was Ella Manson on the ground beforehand, but gets, as I say her name, pops it away from Joko, so has to reset really quick. Ali Silo at the top. Trying to find it. Back to Joko at the top. Out of bounds on the opposite end. Maybe one too many passes there by the Scarlet Hawks. Julia Bucci now checking back in for the Scarlet Hawks. Sitting will be Roosing. Also checking in looks like Skylar Flanagan, who's bringing up the ball right now for the Raiders. Flanagan finds Nina Pearl. Pearl back to Flanagan, and then Flanagan over to Kirkjian. Down low now, the Raiders, no good on there. Scarlet Hawks smothering defense today. 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, tied at 8 apiece. The advantage right now, Joko could put the Scarlet Hawks up. Maybe their first opportunity for a lead here. Kaya Jones with a nifty little move right there on the layup attempt and gets the lead that I was just so asking about in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. Across the court, 3 attempt for Flanagan. That's going to be good for 3, 11-10 right now. So have the lead for just a quick couple seconds in this first quarter. But all of a sudden it turns back into a Raiders lead on that last 3 attempt by Flanagan. So with that, 11-10 here and the conclusion of the first quarter here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcasting Network. When we come back, we'll take a quick audio break just to clear everything and get back to and reset. So when we come back, more Scarlet Hawks basketball here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcasting Network. Players are coming back onto the court, so we're all set, ready to roll for the second quarter here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcasting Network. Once again, Nick Johnson here, ready to rock and roll for the second quarter. Scarlet Hawks had the first quarter lead for a quick second and have it back now after that layup attempt by Grace Goodenough. Had it just for a quick second in the first quarter, and then a Flanagan 3 to conclude the first quarter. But now 12-11. For the Scarlet Hawks. It cannot emphasize enough, Joko's just been all over Chokshi. And it's been a battle. It's been tough to get this ball down low for the Raiders. Working it around now. Hits the iron, but as the shot clock expires, no good. Jones working fast, trying to find Julia Bucci. It gets to her on the tip pass. Jones trying to make, again, one too many passes right there by the Scarlet Hawks. Ill-advised. Chokshi up and good on the fast break layup attempt. Ali Silla was all over, but just not enough right there. Julia Bucci. Again, swinging around are the Scarlet Hawks. 3-point by Ali Sulo. No good. Cross court now for the Raiders. Waiting on a pick is Chokshi. Finds Nina Pearl. Pearl swings it across to Flanagan. Flanagan takes a jumper right around the free throw line. Up and over the backboard. Oh. And out of bounds will be Scarlet Hawks ball. Wasn't by any means intentional, but good enough. Got the ball right into her face as they were trying to kind of keep it around, but again, making sure she's all good on the bench. She's one of the big rebounders, averaging the most for the squad. 6.1, so her presence will be very much affected if it's not there. Out of bounds, still Scarlet Hawks ball. Looking like Trace, she's all good on the bench. That's okay. Good enough. Good. That's good. Bucci now to inbound to Jones. Jones, fast and heavy into the paint. It's gonna be a turnover for the Scarlet Hawks. Camden Joko and Ali Silo grabbing some bench right now. As in comes Barrett Rusing and Ryle Sandifer, excuse me. And a quick one right there. Ryle Sandifer right on cue, getting the steal to the newly checked in. Both of these young ladies. Kaya Jones up, no good, but a foul on the floor.
MSOE foul to number 10,
Nicole Levine, Nicole Levine with the foul right there. Again, she was a little shaken up with maybe a foot injury, but glad to see she's back in the game. Kaya Jones now over to Rusing. Rusing pops on over to Julia Bucci. Bucci for three, no good right there, but an offensive board by Rusing. Trying to keep it down low. Battle of the 10s right there as Rusing and Levine battle for it. Jump ball. It's going to stay Scarlet Hawks basketball. Under the basket now are the Scarlet Hawks. Trying to find someone. Finds Jones at the top. Loses it. Jones has been losing it. Hasn't been able to stay on hold the rock very often today. But it's been a couple miscues back and forth. For every turnover, looks like they're matching it back and forth. So maybe it's miscues or just turnovers. Kind of got tied up down there. Not quite sure who it may have been, but as of now, staying Raiders basketball underneath the basket. Chokshi to inbound. Gets it tipped. Once again, no one seems to be able to just hold on to the ball right now. No one seems to want it. That's the most important thing. You got to hold on to the basketball. Jones right now, some nifty moves right there. Over to Bucci. Bucci driving in, foul on the floor. Nicole Levine with another foul right there, back to back. So inbounding it will be Rusing to Bucci. Bucci taking a jumper right around the free throw line, gets her own layup. Gets her own rebound, goes back up for two. Puts the Hawks back up by one with 6:52 left to go in the second quarter. Another board, was going to be Bucci's, but gets batted around and ends up in the hands of Kaya Jones. Jones now finds Bucci. Back to Jones, a little two-woman game right there. Jones gets no good on the jumper right there. Chokshi brings it up. 6:30 left to go here in the second quarter. 14-13 left in, or 14-13 in the second quarter. Chokshi gets it blocked or partially tipped as she was maybe going up for a shot. Yeah, we'll count it as a block today. There we go. Again, fantastic movement across the three-point mark as it has been so far so good. And another steal, another turnover by Kaya Jones. And then doubling down was Kaya Jones, turning it over and then getting an ill-advised foul called. So a slew of moves being made. A lot of substitutions there on that one. Try and figure it all out in just a moment. It's Abigail Moreno now, good enough. Barrett Roosing still out there, as well as Ryle Sandifer. Or excuse me, Roosing is back out. Camden Joko back in, checking back in. And then Ali Silo back in for the Scarlet Hawks. Another ill-advised turnover, and back is it Hawks ball. Camden Joko to Moreno. Down in there to Silo. Working around the three-point land once more. Sandifer now to Silo. Silo back to the basket. Another nice pass to Good Enough. And it's good enough for two. So again, another solid find there by Ali Silo. This time good for two is Grace Goodenough. So a three-point lead for the Hawks, their biggest lead of the day so far with 5:12 left to go in the second quarter. No good, an air ball right there by Chokshi. A little bit of banter there for the fans. They're keeping it nice and wholesome. Moreno now to Joko. Joko for three. Hits the corner, the back end of the rim. Defensive board by Flanagan. She brings it on up. Fast pace right there. Fighting for the board. Gets another offensive board. And Danny Mendez gets the board and the 2 points and might get the opportunity for an and one right here. So unfortunate right there for the Scarlet Hawks. Danny Mendez now at the line for her attempt for the and one. Up and good. So ties the ball game up at 16 apiece with 4:37 left to go here in the second quarter. Moreno now to Roosing. Roosing working on Flanagan. Flanagan finds in the corner to Joko. Back top around the three-point land. Silo for three. And it's nothing but net right there by Ali Silo. Brings the Hawks lead, Scarlet Hawks lead back up to 3 with 4:09 left to go here in the second quarter. Tipped pass by Goodenough, out of bounds though, and it will stay Raiders ball. It's been some solid defense, solid active hands by Illinois Tech so far. Been denying a lot of pass lanes, not a lot of open shots as Helena Hill chucks one up for three. Air ball. Moreno probably should have let that one go, but that's okay. Still on there. Chokshi in the corner now. Makes up for it, and that's going to be nothing but net. That's going to tie the ball game back up at 19 apiece. So again, maybe should have let that one go. Unfortunate right there, but they'll chalk it back up. Figure it out. Good enough now for the Scarlet Hawks. Got her back to the basket on the left side, but makes a right-handed layup. Grace Goodenough, good for two right there, 21-19. Chalkshire brings it across half court. Finds Flanagan in the corner. Danny Mendez screaming for the ball down low. She feels like she had position, but takes an ill-advised shot right there. No good. Roosing with the board. Goodenough. Now finds Joko. They find their way across court. As Julia Bucci and Kaya Jones are getting ready to get checked back in. That was Joko. No good on a three-point. Upset. She claps her hands. Get back out there on the defensive side as she has been. And again, active hands by the Scarlet Hawks. Abigail Moreno. Roosing now all the way. Gets tripped up. So it'll be a foul on the floor. And it'll stay Scarlet Hawks basketball. Again, Bucci and Kaya Jones getting ready to check back in. Abigail Moreno taking a seat. Grace Goodenough finding her way on the bench now for Anna Jones. Looks like Rusing's actually is getting 2, so not a foul on the floor. My apologies. Rusing up for the first attempt. Good on the left-handed free throw. Draws the Hawks lead back up by 3. Again, ties their largest lead on the day, 22-19. Up and no good on that free throw attempt, so stay only a 3-point lead for the Hawks. Flanagan bringing it on up for the Raiders. Again, Danny Mendez battling down low for positioning. Helena Hill chucks it across court to Levine. Levine finds Danny Mendez down low, and that's exactly what she was asking for. Quick 2 points. And 22-21 with 2:12 left to go here in the second quarter. Rusing now. Right around the free throw line, making sure, gotta watch yourself, get out of there. It's gonna be might be a 3-second violation. And sure enough it is. So Rusing will be checking out. Kaya Jones checking in. Point guards on Illinois Tech. Having some trouble turning it over, but that's okay. They'll be able to figure it out in just about 2 minutes when halftime comes out. They'll be able to get in there and draw something up. Foul on the floor as I was trying to find my words there, as Danny Mendez will find herself at the line for 2. Danny Mendez now. Good 3 for 3 so far on free throw attempts for Danny Mendez. Ties the ball game back up at 22 apiece with 1:53 left to go. Second attempt up and good. So the Raiders claim the lead once more, 23-22. Joko now for the Scarlet Hawks. Ali Sillo to Bucci. Bucci to Jones. Jones tries to go underneath, up and under, but gets fouled, and she'll find herself at the line. Number 22, Grace Goodenough, checking back in for the Hawks. Again, Kaya Jones at the line, shooting 2. Trying to reclaim this lead and trying to hold on to it going into the second half. 23 apiece now after that good free throw attempt by Kaya Jones. Up and good on the second attempt for Kaya Jones. Bringing the lead back up by 1 for the Scarlet Hawks. 24-23. Levine over to Hill. Hill on the 3-point line. Hits the front end of the rim. Julia Bucci with the board. Kaya Jones flipping it on over to Joko. Ali Sillo at the top. Finds Bucci. A lot of movement right now. Jones finding her way all the way to the lane. No good on the layup, but fouled. That's Nicole Levine's 3rd foul on the day. So early foul trouble. She wants to stay involved in this ball game. She has to keep her hands up, keep the feet active. But Kaya Jones will find herself at the line for 2. Kaya Jones, good on the last 2 free throw attempts. No good on this free throw attempt right now to extend any sort of Scarlet Hawks lead for the moment. Kaya Jones getting set for the second one. Up and good. So 25-23 with 1:11 left to go here in the second quarter. Jones has 6 now on the day. Nicole Levine up, no good. Grace good enough with another good board. Battling it around, trying to fight for it, and gets another foul called. Not what you want if you're the Raiders. You're getting a foul called about 50 to 60 feet away from your basket. So good in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. Another couple of substitutions here for the Hawks with just under a minute left to go here. Ali Sillo checks back in. We got Roosing out there, Grace Goodenough, Julia Bucci, and Camden Joko out there. All set to go. Grace now up and good for the first free throw attempt. Draw the Hawks lead back up to 3. If she can make this free throw attempt, it'll be the largest lead for the Hawks on the day so far, and it is a 4-point lead for the Scarlet Hawks. 27-23 in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. 50 seconds left to go. Chokshi bringing it across court for the Raiders. Again, it's been smothering D for Joko all over Chokshi. Surprised Chokshi was able to even find the pass. Down low is Danny Mendez. She's been making that her home right there. Hopefully the Scarlet Hawks can do something to mess things up down low in that favor. But a foul, and it'll be out of bounds in favor of the Raiders. Under the basket, Chokshi finds Mendez. Hill right now, can't really find anything. Drives into the lane. No good on the layup. 28 seconds left to go. So shot clock is off. The Scarlet Hawks can hold it for maybe just one final shot if they so choose. Camden Jones finds Bucci. Bucci back to Sillo. Sillo waiting for a backdoor pass to Roosing. Roosing gets bumped, and it's going to be a shooting foul right there. So with 10.4 left to go here in the second quarter, we'll find Roosing at the free throw line for 2. Again, I got to compliment Ali Sillo, just able to find the backdoor passes, able to find some very nice facilitating right there by Sillo. Nice free throw attempt and good right there by Roosing. So, I mean, again, don't want to take anything away, but absolutely that pass sets it up right there for these free throw attempts by Sillo. One good so far. Second attempt also good by Roosing. So getting that lead a little bit higher as the second half is creeping upon us. 6 seconds left to go. Chokshi able to find it. 3-point attempt, no good. Still another second. Shot up, no good. Wouldn't have been good anyways. But there you have it. First half concludes as your Scarlet Hawks are in the lead by 6 points, 29-23. Solid showing so far by Julia Bucci. 6 points also added by Kaya Jones. Overall, it's been turnovers and a lot of solid defense by the Scarlet Hawks and as well as the Raiders in general. So we'll take a quick break as the halftime is commencing. Stick around right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcasting Network. Just a few. The second half will be starting up in just about 15 minutes or so. So stick around right here once again. Scarlet Hawks Broadcasting Network. Both teams finding their way back out here onto the court here in the Keaton Sports Center on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. I'm Nick Johnston once again talking to you about some first half action that went down. Scarlet Hawks have a 6-point lead, 29-23, after we saw Grace Goodenough leading the way with 8 points and 5 rebounds. Julia Bucci had 7 points and 4 rebounds, and then Kaya Jones having 6 points as well to help out the squad. On the other side, we see Danny Mendez leading the way for the Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders. Danny Mendez has 7 points and 3 rebounds, but is Mahima Chokshi with 9 points. But I'd rather talk about the 5 turnovers and just the turnovers in general on both sides. 11-10, a lot of ill-advised passes, ill-advised turnovers, but I would give that for Camden Joko's just smothering defense on that side of things, just causing all sorts of havoc for Chokshi. Hasn't been able to get the passes as easy as has been. A lot of batted passes, finding the ball out of bounds and in favor of exactly that, being Scarlet Hawks basketball. So far, again, not too far away, just by 1 turnover. So the Scarlet Hawks have a little bit of ways to get better as well, can clean things up on their end as the game continues on. So there we have it. Ready to roll. Just about under a minute here before we get going in this second half. Largest lead indeed was the 6 points that you see right now in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. The biggest lead for the Engineering Raiders was 3 points. That was all the way back in the first quarter. So a lot of scoring runs so far, and a lot of lead changes back and forth, as it has been nine lead changes in this game. So for the Scarlet Hawks' sake, hopefully they can clean it up a little bit and continue to grow this 6-point lead. They're going to be starting off the second half with possession. So it could be as much as an 8-point or a 9-point lead to get us going as second half action kicks off here in the Keaton Sports Center on Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Again, Nick Johnston here for the play-by-play call here, and as well as the men's basketball game coming up, so stick around for that as well. Nicole Levine getting the second half scoring started for the Raiders. So just around 30 seconds concluded here in the second half. And 29-25 in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. Camden Joko finds Julia Bucci for 3. Bank is open on that one. Hey, you can still get it in. It's a Saturday. It's not a Sunday. So Bank is open for 3 points right there for Julia Bucci. But foul on the other end. Grace Goodenough with the foul right there. So find Chokshi at the line for 2 points. A nice find right there on the other end for Julia Bucci, able to bank in a 3. 32-25, now 32-26 after that good attempt by Chokshi. Chokshi now with double-digit points, 11 right now after the second free throw attempt. Again, she had a rough day. So far, it's been a battle between Chokshi and Camden Joko. Julia Bucci getting a pick, working around the three-point line now. Jones finds Joko in the corner. Joko gets it all the way up in the paint, scoops it up, and good for 2 right there. So back up to a 7-point lead for the Scarlet Hawks. D up indeed as the crowd and the bench is trying to get the Hawks rolling. Danny Mendez now. Chokshi almost got it batted away once again, but up, no good on the 3, but an offensive board by Helena Hill, and that is good 2-pointer right there. 8:20 left to go here in the third quarter. 5-point lead for the Scarlet Hawks. Jones now. Also maybe not trying to turn over as well. She had three turnovers herself in the first half. No good on the layup attempt. Levine finds Hill now down low, and she resets. No one around the three-point land. Surprised she didn't chuck one up. Mendez gets battled down low. Finds herself on the ground, but there you go. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Bucci's first foul of the day. Some quick substitutions. Joko and Silla will find themselves out. And Rusing and Sandefur checking back in. Throwing into a sea of white right there. And out of bounds, Chokshi trying to inbound it for her squad. No good. So it will be Illinois Tech's basketball. Rusing to Jones now, getting across court. Sandefur now. Back to Jones. All around that same little three-point area. Good enough. Shaking her off. Finds Sandefur down low. Right around to Rusing. Rusing has Helena Hill all over her, so could not get a shot up. But good enough. Finds one. But Danny Mendez gets the board. Trying to get some space. She was able to do so. Jones trying to pick off that pass attempt, but gets a little contact and out of bounds in favor of the Raiders. Subbing in now is Abigail Moreno for Kaya Jones. Raiders now. Chokshi. Again, just smothering defense on Chokshi, whether it's Rusing or Camden Joko. Levine now, nice little space, nice little move right there for two. She found herself in early foul trouble, but now with the second half coming up, might not be so much of an issue, but again, something to keep up with. 3 fouls for Levine after that made 2. Good enough battling down low, trying to find a shot, and does so. Nice little back to the basket move. Again, Rusing with the active hands, but Chokshi able to recover. All over the place. Again, battling. Chokshi loses it. But still some good effort right there. Chokshi might be rattled right now. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's been mentioning. A lot of turnovers so far by this young lady. Again. Active hand, or it might not be Chokshi. It might just be the active hands by the Scarlet Hawks. They've been all over these inbounds, all over the passes being made. Might be exactly why they've been up by 5. They've been having the advantage for the majority of this ball game. And another turnover, another steal right on cue. Julia Bucci finds herself, passes on back for the trailing, good enough, and then gets it back for Julia Bucci for 3. Bang, 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 39-31. 6:10 left to go here in this third quarter. Julia Bucci now with 10 on the day. Up and good, maybe could have maybe been a traveling attempt, but nothing called right there. 2 points in favor of the Raiders. Rusing bringing it on up for the Scarlet Hawks. Almost turned it on over, but stopped right in her tracks. Bucci now on the other end. Battling away, gets it stripped away. Maybe a foul, but it'll still be going in favor of the Raiders. So yeah, foul on Bucci as she was going down. Not quite sure how or what, but that's okay. And out of the sideline, out of bounds for the Raiders. That is Williams inbounding to Flanagan. Again, Joko's not meeting anybody except for right at the half court if you're coming for the defense. Good stop right there by the Scarlet Hawks. 6-point lead with 5:12. Now a 9-point lead with 5:13 left to go here in the third quarter. Julia Bucci. Back-to-back threes for Bucci. She's got 13 on the day. She's got 13 to match her jersey number. There's another good two-pointer on the opposite end. Bucci now. There's going to be a foul called. Moving screen. So the Raiders will be getting the ball back. 42-35 with 4:51 left to go here in the third quarter. Still maintaining the 7-point lead, give or take, and a back-to-back illegal screen. If it's not Illinois Tech, it's Danny Mendez on the opposite side for the Raiders getting an illegal screen called. And that'll be the Scarlet Hawks ball now. And it's Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders head coach telling her to reset. A very, very animated movement, but that's what you got to do so you don't get that illegal screen called on you. Ali Sillo to Julia Bucci. Bucci now up, no good on the layup attempt. Battling down low for that board. Two red jerseys fall to the ground, and they're able to recover for it. Nicole Levine now all the way, finds Helena Hill in the corner for three. Hits the back side, hits the back end, as there's some extracurricular going down low. I don't think no good on the foul, no good on the shot. But it's going to be a foul. Looks like they're going to be in the penalty shot now. Some in the bonus for the Raiders now.
Also in from the Scarlets, number 10, Mary Rusi, replacing Julia Bucci. Shooting 2 for MSOE.
So Rusing plate replacing Bucci. Danny Mendez now at the line for the Raiders. No good on the free throw attempt right there. Danny Mendez's first missed free throw attempt on the day. She was 3 for 3 up until then. Second attempt up and good. So 42-36. 6-point lead left to go, or 6 points lead for the Scarlet Hawks with 4:15 left to go here in the third. Joko getting picked up by Flanagan, flying around to Marino. Marino to Rusing. Rusing engineering traffic on these Milwaukee Raiders. Sillo up for three. Hits the left side and clanks off the rim, but an offensive board by Illinois Tech. Good enough. Finds Marino in the corner for three. Also back end of the rim. No good. Rebound in favor of the Raiders. Levine now to Hill. Finds Mendez. Mendez finds Levine right in the corner again. No good. Hits off Hill's hands and might be Scarlet Hawks ball. Sure enough that it is. So we got a full timeout here on the floor. 42-36 with 3:31 left to go here in this third quarter. We're going to take a quick audio break right here. So you're still locked in, ready to go here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network for the continuation of this third quarter. .331 left to go here in the third quarter. 6-point lead in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. If you're just checking in back here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network, Nick Johnston ready to roll right again here. Illinois Tech, 6-point lead. Camden Joko bringing it all the way up fast and furious right now across court. But down low, couple of bodies battling between yourselves. And it's Danny Mendez picking up the foul right there. Out of bounds, sideline out of bounds for the Scarlet Hawks. Joko in there again, fast and furious to Roosing in the corner, no good for three. A sea of red trying to get that rebound, and sure enough, they snag it. Flanagan bringing it on up for the Raiders. Hill gets a pick from Mendez. Hill all the way across to Flanagan. She's waiting on a pick there from Williams. Flanagan jumper, no good right around the baseline. Mendez gets the offensive board and gets fouled, but no good on the shot, or the shot will not count. So we're in the penalties once again for the Raiders. As Julia Bucci and Ryle Sandiford checking in for Ali Sillo and Barrett Roosing on that. Number 25 checking in for the Raiders. That is Chloe Kirkjian. And as well as the starter Mahimi Chokshi checking back in for the Raiders. So Chokshi, Mendez, Kirkjian, Hill, and Flanagan for the Raiders. And we got Joko, Williams, good enough with the rebound right there. Moreno and Bucci out there for the Scarlet Hawks. 2:45 left to go, a 5-point lead for the Scarlet Hawks as Moreno tries to get it over there to Williams. And no good, or Sandifer, excuse me, Sandifer. Bounce pass, no good and out of bounds. Back to the Raiders' possession. Chokshi bringing it on up for the Raiders. Flanagan creates some space, dives on into the lane, but passes it back out to Mendez. Mendez to Hill is working it right around the three-point land. Brings it in a little bit closer, but Chokshi trucking it on up from three-point land and no good. A board by Joko and a foul on the floor. Ill-advised once again when you're about 60 feet away from the opposing basket. It's not that good to take one there, but good in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. Joko now bringing it on up with 2:15 left to go. A 5-point lead still in favor of the Hawks. Joko finds good enough with a free throw line jumper. Not good right there. Rebound by Kirkjian. Again, Chokshi almost losing it, but was able to recover. Defense all over the place for the Hawks. Hill diving on in, and good for two right there. Cuts the lead back down to 3 with 1:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Joko now calling some plays, getting the Hawks ready to go for this possession. Julia Bucci pump fakes, finds good enough down low. Good enough, trying to find a good basket. No good, almost a good board by Sandifer, but Flanagan now bringing on up for the Raiders. A little faster pace action now with the final concluding minute here in the third quarter. Up and no good. Diving was Kirkjian trying to get the ball. Was not able, just a little too far out of her reach. Couldn't get it. Scarlet Hawks ball. Abigail Moreno checking back in, or checking out now. Roosing checking in. Turnover by the Hawks. Kirkjian gets bumped. Good for 2, and she'll find herself at the line for an attempt at another free throw. And just like that, what was a 7-point lead, and even at one point a 9-point lead, now potentially could be tied up here with just around 1:07 left to go here in the third quarter. Ali Sillo checks back in for the Scarlet Hawks. Up and good by Chokshi. Ties the ball game up at 42 apiece with 1:05 left to go here in the third quarter. Raiders have been trying to battle back. Scarlet Hawks have been trying to find some offense here in this third quarter. Allie Silo tries to get it down low and gets it batted away, but recovered by Joko. About 9 seconds left to go in the shot clock. Chokshi blocks Joko's shot straight up and he gets the rebound. With 35 seconds left to go, they could take the lead potentially as Hill gets it across. Finds Flanagan wide open for three. No good. Just by the grace of some luck by the Scarlet Hawks, that shot was not able to find the bottom of the twine. 42-42, tied at that exact score apiece. 27.4 left to go. Under the basket, Chokshi inbounds to Flanagan. Still a shot clock involved, about 3-second difference between those two. Or about 6 seconds, excuse me. Mendez down low, no good on the layup attempt, but only red jerseys down there basically is Helena Hill and Mendez just towering over the two, able to get the board, but could not finish in any sort of way possible. Scarlet Hawks staying down there in Raiders ball with 4.1 seconds left to go. Chokshi trying to inbound. Helena Hill for three, no good. Another rebound, another shot attempt up and no good. Would have been good as she was able to get it up before the time expired. But exactly that, what was a 6-point lead in favor of the Hawks at halftime, now tied at 42 apiece. We'll take a quick audio break here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network, and we'll be concluding with the fourth quarter action here. So stick around. More Scarlet Hawks basketball when we return. Teams are making their way back out onto the court as it's a 42-42 all tied up here in the last game of the season for the Scarlet Hawks. Nick Johnson here at the Keaton Sports Center here on Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network, ready to conclude this ball game here in the fourth quarter between the Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawks foul right there to start off the fourth quarter. Not the way you want to do so. Again, basically a brand new game. Saw a 3-point lead as high for the Raiders. As high as I believe a 9-point lead for the Hawks at one point, but now trailing by 2 after that made basket in favor of the Raiders. So 44-42 with 9:35 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, basically a brand new ball game here. Trying to get the ball to Julia Bucci was Ali Sillo. Barely able to do so. Camden Joko up, no good for three. Nothing made contact on that shot attempt. Checking in is Anna Jones, replacing Grace Goodenough. She's had a solid game so far. So working it around now are the Raiders. Flanagan now at the top of the key. Finds down low a cutting Hill. Good defense right there by Anna Jones. Just able to keep the hands up and no contact. There's a jump ball. It's going to be in favor. It's going to go back to the Scarlet Hawks. Quick second to reset. Kaya Jones checking back in for the Scarlet Hawks. Anna Jones, Kaya Jones, Camden Joko, Ali Sillo, and Julia Bucci out there for the Scarlet Hawks right now. Jones getting a pick from Jones. Finds Camden Joko in the corner, working around the free throw line. Jones to Jones. Turnover, another jump ball, and that'll be now in favor of the Raiders. So a 2-point lead still in favor of the Raiders. 8:43 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Chokshi is having a tough time with the ball, but also one of the leading scorers here on the Raiders side. I think she had 5 points in that last quarter. Flanagan now trying to find some traffic, direct some traffic, excuse me. Finds Chokshi in the corner on the opposite end. And a traveling violation right there. Add another one to the turnover column for Chokshi. Joko now going to bring it on up for the Scarlet Hawks. He's having a solid day so far. Jones finds Bucci. Bucci with a pump fake, drives it all the way up and good with the left hand. Ties this ball game back up at 44 apiece. Nice little QB style pass. Finds it away down low to Helena Hill, and Helena gets it back up 46-44 in favor of the Raiders. Hill now on Jones. Not able to stay in front of her. Jones able to get the hand up. Able to get the shot up, but no good. Out of bounds in favor of the Raiders. Roosting's checking in for Joko, and Sandifer checking in as well for the Scarlet Hawks. Sillo will find herself on the bench. Quick reset as well as Nicole Levine checking in for the Raiders. Chokshi, Levine, Ella Munson for the Raiders as Levine gets a shot up right there. Chokshi with the offensive board, no good. Battling down low for keep getting the same board is Kirkjian. And the possession, jump ball back in favor, and it will be Scarlet Hawks basketball. Doing what they can, still down two. Very, very far, very leading pass on the inbound. Nice move by Roosting to create some space and gets a foul called. Got a nice move to be able to create that space on what was an ill-advised pass. A little too much extra spacing on that one. Too much extra lead on that pass. Roosting having trouble finding someone on the inbound, just able to get it before the 5 seconds. Now Roosting in the corner. Sandifer finds Bucci. Bucci in the corner for three. Hits the behind the backboard, it looked like. I think it may have hit the structure that holds up the basket, that holds up the hoop. And that'll be, oh, well, they're saying out of bounds, and actually it's going to stay Scarlet Hawks basketball. So I might have missaw it. My apologies. Roosting now to Bucci on the inbound. Back to Roosting. Who could have found Jones, but ill-advised right there, right through the hands of Jones, right through the wickets. Nicole Levine wide open by herself, but no good on the shot. Out of bounds. And it will be Scarlet Hawks ball. Oh, it'll be Raiders ball, excuse me. Williams checking in for the Raiders now. Out is Kirkjian. So Chokshi, Levine, Menson, Hill, as Hill takes the three right there. and Williams are in for the Raiders right now.
MSOE foul, number 22, Ellen Minson.
It's a foul once again. A lot of fouls for the Raiders, about 60 feet away from the basket. So again, very, very good on the Scarlet Hawks, and they need to capitalize on it. As there's going to come a little bit of pressure, not a full court press, but two coming up now, trying to cause some fits with 6:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter in this last game of the season for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Julia Bucci creating some nice space. I thought I saw some contact, but nothing called right there. Possession is going to be in favor of the Raiders. Still encouraging is Carissa Sane as her fourth season as the Scarlet Hawks head coach. Chokshi up and good. Trying to find Kaya Jones now on the inbound as Joko is smothered all over by Chokshi. Julia Bucci now up and good on the baseline. 2 points. Draws that lead back down by 2. Levine battling all the way across. Up and good for 2 right there. Did everything she could to force that one in and got so. So a 4-point lead back in favor and for the Raiders, their biggest lead on the day. Jones able to create some space, finds Joko in the corner wide open for 3. No good. Helena Hill on the board. .5:12 left to go, a 4-point lead for the Raiders as Hill's trying to back down on the defense. Could have been possibly some contact, could have been a foul, but no call. There's some more contact right there as Anna Jones couldn't keep her feet going. So a slew of Hawks and Raiders checking in right now. Quickly reset for you in just a second. We got Joko, Goodenough, Jones, Sillo, and Moreno all in there for the Hawks. And that's Flanagan, Mendez, Hill, Williams, and number 15, Nina Pearl, all set to go for the Raiders. And that's a good 2 points there by Helena Hill. It's her 8th on the day, drawing the Raiders back up by 6. So their largest lead on the day. Up and good. Abigail Marino, good for 3 on that one. Cuts the Raiders lead in half. With 4:25 left to go, 52-49. Across there, Williams in the paint, no good for 2. Sillo with the rebound. Joko now bringing it on up for the Scarlet Hawks. Trying to direct some traffic, trying to get some space between her and Flanagan. Eye of the Tiger right there. Goodenough. Battling for it down low. Could not get it in there. Turnover as we see Grace Goodenough is hurt. Maybe jammed up her hand or finger. An injury. Official stoppage right there. So there was some confusion by the players on one end. Grace Goodenough grasping at her wrist, possibly her hand, in any sort of fashion, clearly in some pain. It's a very unfortunate situation right there. It's looking like we're going to get a quick little timeout on the floor right here. Still trying to tend to Grace at the moment. While they do so, we're going to go ahead and, oh no. Sorry about that. No, I thought I was going to, just want to make sure we're not taking anything longer than we should have. Grace Goodenough looking like able to battle through. Very, very much looking like she, yeah, they're tending to the wrist. tending to the wrist over there, so hopefully all is well for Grace Goodenough. Still sticking with you right here on the Scarlet Hawks broadcast network. 3:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter. A 3-point lead in favor of the Raiders. Hawks are trying to do what they can to battle through and get the final win on the final game of the season. Moreno, all that she can, battling down low between the height discrepancy between her and Hill. I think the Raiders bench was asking that Moreno might have taken a shot with the leg. Maybe, I couldn't say so myself. Maybe Moreno took a little sweet chin music type deal, but definitely wasn't trying to go for the player. Was definitely trying to go for the ball. Obviously would never try and cause any harm between any players. They were the Raiders bench was up in arms for it, obviously. Trying to stick out the leg. It could be very unfortunate. But again, just don't have to deal with the what ifs here. Flanagan now inbounding to Hill. Hill in the corner. Able to create some space. Hits the back end of the rim on a layup and no good. Almost similar to that Patrick Ewing little layup in that against the Pacers. Just clanks off the back of the rim and pops right back out. So very fortunate for the Scarlet Hawks as Joko is able to bring it across court. Pass it to Sillo. Sillo finds Bucci. Bucci to Jones. Jones back to Joko in the corner. Some solid ball movement as it has been all game for the Scarlet Hawks. Bucci finds her way up and good. Oh, there's no basket on the floor, but again, that was a solid move regardless by Julia Bucci. It's a shame that you couldn't get the 2 points from it. See Grace Goodenough making her way back into the game, so good to see that the wrist is A-okay. Taped up, so thank you for the Illinois Tech medical staff, athletic staff. Joko pops it off of her hands, out of bounds. Not what you need when you're down by 3 with 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. So the Scarlet Hawks are going to need to battle down, hunker down on the defensive end and get nothing for the Raiders, but a lot of wide open layups, a lot of wide open shots, but not fortunate enough to get one there. Offensive board by the Raiders. Another offensive board by the Raiders. Danny Mendez with that one. Williams will reset. Packs on over to Chokshi. Levine wide open for 3. No good. Sillo now with the rebound for the Scarlet Hawks with 2:27 left to go. Down 3. A chance to tie it or just be down by 1 in this possession right here with 2:19 and is able to tie it right there. Allie Sillo with a huge 3-point attempt right there. Ties the ball game up with 52 apiece. 2:05 left to go. Chokshi draped all over by Joko. Williams down low now. Trying to find Levine. That could have been 3 seconds, but not called. Flanagan now up top. Gets a jumper right in the paint. No good. Danny Mendez doing what she could for that offensive board, but not able to come up with it. Joko now for the Scarlet Hawks. Exciting. Less than 100 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. All tied up at 52 apiece. Jones now finds Joko in the corner. Joko now working it around, finds Jones. Another 3-point attempt, no good right there by Illinois Tech. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go, 52 apiece for the Raiders now. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Chokshi almost turned it over once more. Throwing that shoulder. And what could have been potentially a foul right there is nothing. It's a timeout right there. So we're going to get 30 seconds right here on this timeout. Carissa Sane is asking, pleading for like some contact, something so that the Illinois Tech just get it's been a pretty even whistle, pretty even keel whistle on both ends. I have to say so myself, but my goodness, contact galore with the final minute or so. Can be very this whistle on either side can be very proving for either team. So a good quick reset once more, 52 apiece. 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go. Julia Bucci says 10 points. I believe she has 13, but 10 points listed up top. 8 for Grace Goodenough to go with a couple of rebounds on the day. But it's been Chalkshy with 16 points, leading both squads as she inbounds it, finds Hill, and another offensive board. Danny Mendez finds it and is able to go up and no good, but will find herself at the line for 2 free throws. So with exactly a minute left, tied at 52 apiece, Danny Mendez will find herself at the line, attempting to go up 2, with just 60 seconds left to go here in this final game of the Scarlet Hawks season. Good on the first free throw attempt is Mendez. Good on the second attempt right there is Danny Mendez. So 1 minute left to go. Illinois Tech trying to tie it up or at least go up by 1 potentially on this possession. Hill all over Jones. Levine on the ground. Not quite sure. She's not moving at all, but the action continues. She is shaken up. My goodness. Yeah, no, my apologies. My attention went away as soon as Nicole Levine essentially crumbled to the ground after that shot. My attention went there. It was pretty dire as athletic team is looking over there, trying to make sure everything is A-okay. Yeah, not quite sure. I mean, again, wish I had seen it as it was going on, but a lot of traffic, a lot of things were going on. No good on any of the offensive attempts right there for the Scarlet Hawks. So that's unfortunate. Still on the ground and still tending to Nicole Levine is the athletic team. So we'll take a quick audio break as they're clearing everything and making sure everything's okay. So stick back here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Just a few. We're back here after all is settled and done right there. Again, hopefully nice round of applause by the audience to go ahead and have Nicole Levine walk off the court. So foul on there. Shooting 2 on the opposite end for the Raiders. Good on the first free throw attempt to draw this Raiders lead back up by 3 with 40 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. No good on that free throw attempt and a timeout immediately by the Scarlet Hawks. A 30-second timeout right here, so we'll stick right around. Not going to go anywhere. Trying to keep up really quickly on some Some stats on the day as we see an update. Julia Bucci, 20 points on the day to go along with 5 rebounds and an assist to add to it. Also, Grace Goodenough has 10 points and totaling 8 rebounds on the day to go along with 2 assists. So I would think you would think Bucci would most likely see her hands on this ball in this possession. You would hope so, in order to get maybe even tie it up, exactly that, on this possession. 39 seconds left to go. Down 3, 55-52. Scarlet Hawks right there. Kaya Jones leading the way on the assist portion. Silo right in front of me. And it gets batted away on the inbounds pass right there by Kirkjian. A clutch play right there by Chloe Kirkjian to not allow even an attempt to tie this ball game up here. So Julia Bucci getting a foul right there, sending the Raiders to the line. Might have to do the free throw game right here, the foul game right here for the conclusion. 30 seconds left to go. Flanagan no good on that free throw, so that is humongous for the Scarlet Hawks. 55-52, still a 3-point lead though. Scarlet Hawks are going to need this free throw not to go down. It does so. A 4-point lead in favor of the Raiders. Another 30-second timeout right here. Made mention about these Scarlet Hawks and their scoring. On the opposite end, we see Shakshi, has 18 on the day, 18 points, 12 for Helena Hill, and 13 points for Danny Mendez. Mendez is a double-double. She has 13 points and 10 rebounds on the day, and has been very active at the free throw line, 7 for 9 on her attempts on the day. So very solid for Danny Mendez on this Saturday afternoon ball game right here. Again, stick around on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. We're wrapping it up here with a little bit of stats as we get through here, but also stick around for the men's basketball portion. Going to be tipping off a little bit later. So again, redoing it once here. Silo on the inbound, gets it to Jones. 25 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Silo with a deep 3 straight away, no good. Jones attempting for the offensive board.
MSOE ball.
Hits the chairs and not able to save it. So a 4-point lead still in favor of the Raiders. We're going to get an MSOE full timeout right here, still with 20 seconds left to go. With a full timeout, we'll take a quick audio break, even with 20 seconds. Yeah, actually, no, we'll stick with it. We'll stick with it right here as we're just stewing away, trying to just talk with you again. Just getting with some updated on some stats right now. Again, Nicole Levine, unfortunately, got popped. She had 6 points on the day to go with 3 blocks and 3 steals, so very active on the defensive side for Nicole Levine. Again, unfortunate to get popped like she did and go down, but hopefully all is well on that side of things. A very important timeout for the Scarlet Hawks. Hopefully they were able to draw something up on the defensive side. Need to hold them to it. If they don't get an immediate breakup on the inbound, they're going to have to foul. I would say. Doesn't look like she's going to be out there. Oh no, yes, Danny Mendez has been 7 for 9 on the free throws. Maybe just don't foul Danny, as she's again most free throw attempts on the day. Trying to get it inbound at Shakshi, they do. So an immediate foul by Joko. 18.4 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, Chokshi leading the way on the Raiders side of things, 16 points, and she could potentially add more to it right now with this free throw attempt. Does not, so still leaves the door of opportunity open for the Scarlet Hawks, trailing by 4 with 18.4 left to go. Good on the second attempt. So down 5 with 18.4 left to go. Chokshi adds to her offensive total on the day. 57-52, a 5-point lead in favor of the Raiders. This is, if not their biggest lead on the day. And it's been back and forth, back and forth. It was a big reset after that third quarter. They were tied 42 apiece. And now only amounting 10 points in this fourth quarter are the Scarlet Hawks. Could be one of the reasons as to why they find themselves trailing in this ball game. Doing what they can, drawing up a last couple play. A very important one is Carissa Sane, head coach of the Scarlet Hawks. Potentially one of the final plays in the last game of the season. Trying to figure out what they can do. Trailing by 5 here with 18.4 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Similar situation, they're setting up with Allie Sillo on the inbound, out right in front of me on this right side. We got Sillo, Joko, Jones, Moreno, and Bucci all ready to go, all ready to potentially shoot and fire away as soon as this ball gets inbounded. Some more confusion again as to how many timeouts are left. We got 2 timeouts still left for the Hawks. They should both have their full timeouts if I'm not mistaken. Just 1 for the Raiders. Inbound, ready to go for Sillo. Sillo finds Jones. Jones needs to move quickly. Only 15 seconds left to go. Bucci with a 3-point attempt. No contact, nothing called. Moreno's down on the ground. And we're going to get another officials stoppage right here. People getting popped left and right. Moreno upset, clearly. But 6.4 seconds left to go. Down by 5. And it will be Raiders possession.
Into the game for the Scarlet Hawks, number 10, Barrett Rusing. Placing number 3, Abigail Moreno.
Barrett Rusing checking in for Abigail Moreno once again after she just got popped in the face on that last possession.
MSOE ball, MSOE ball.
So again, if the Hawks
Timeout, MSOE.
if the Hawks cannot get a tip pass or a steal immediately on the inbound, most likely going to have to go to the foul game.
Coming up next, in men's basketball action, the Rockford Regions.
But we got a full timeout left in this ball game. We're going to take a quick audio break, even with just 6 seconds left to go. 57-52 for the conclusion here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. We'll be concluding it here in the fourth quarter. Stick around. And I apologize for that one. I thought it was a little bit longer. Board's been all over the place, but that's also my bad. I can't be taking anything else on that one. So it's okay. We're back here, ready to conclude this fourth quarter. 6.4 seconds left to go. Helena Hill ready to inbound for the Raiders. Again, this needs to be an immediate steal for the Hawks. Trying to get as close as they can, chuck up a 3, and then you can only hope and pray that you have enough time for another steal and the same thing. Chokshi gets it inbounded to her, fouled. Camden Joko, that's her 3rd foul on the day. Could be the final foul on the season for the Hawks. So Chokshi at the line, adding to her already 17-point day. That's 18 now for the point guard. No good right there. We're going to get another timeout here on the floor. 4.6 seconds left to go. 6-point lead in favor of the Raiders. Still sticking around doing what we can. If you can, if you're doing anything else today, maybe make sure you're watching the men's basketball team later on is going to be facing on the Rockford University. So that'll also be a fun matchup going on. So again, Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network for that one. Check all the live feed for all that information as well. That'll be senior day for a couple of young men on that one. Already, like I mentioned at the top of the day, they honor Julia Bucci because there are no seniors on this Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball team. So they honored Julia Bucci with her 1,000th career point. And she can go ahead and she added to it today. Could add to it with another season next year, so that'll be solid for her. Good luck with all that, Julia Bucci, and as well as practice player for the baseball team, Sam Sproul also got honored for his photography work, sticking with the team. That was a fun little intro. He got a nice little jersey to commemorate his time and his effort. So shout out to both Julia Bucci and Sam Sproul for their hard work and dedication. Another inbound here for the Scarlet Hawks. Joko now from Silo. 1 second left to go. Not going to be able to get a shot up, and that'll conclude this ball game. So 58-52 is your final game here, final score here, as the Scarlet Hawks not able to squeeze one out here for the final game of the season. Julia Bucci did what she could, but it was 18 points from Shakshi on the other side that could not get the Scarlet Hawks out of the hole. So it was back and forth. They had the lead when they could. Essentially tied up after the third quarter and couldn't get it done. So a 6-point loss here. That'll conclude this ball game and the season here for the Scarlet Hawks women's basketball side of things. So once again, 58-52 your final here from the Keaton Sports Center. This is Nick Johnson signing off once again here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Make sure you stick around for the men's basketball game as well. Stick around. Thank you.